Nearly a month since Russian forces began their invasion in Ukraine, the death toll continues to rise. Meanwhile, Russia's advance is seemingly slowing to a halt, with their aerial attacks intensifying. Tonight, we're hearing from a military expert with his take on this war as it drags. WAAY 31's Matt Croshaw joining us now. And Matt, Huntsville continues to play a major role in keeping those badly needed defense supplies flowing into Ukraine.
And Nickel, retired Deputy Commanding General at Army Material Command, Jim Pillsbury, spent decades making sure warfighters had the supplies they needed to get the mission accomplished. And right now, he says Russia's stalled forces show the major holes and a lack of planning, and how Ukraine's defense continues to capitalize on those right now.
And it's not going to plan according to all sources.
Jim Pillsbury led warfighters in the Middle East before coming to Huntsville to manage logistics at AMC.
So moving stuff around the world is what AMC does.
And they're moving a lot of stuff, millions of dollars worth of defense supplies into Ukraine and helping keep NATO forces stationed across Europe equipped. Meanwhile, Russia is suffering resupply issues as they try to capture more of the country.
To have an army in 2022 that is stuck to a road, 40 miles long convoy, is unthinkable in today's environment.
As he observes the shortcoming of the Russian forces and the remarkable defense from the Ukrainian military, he thinks back to a visit in Ukraine and what he witnessed firsthand.
Had the opportunity to visit the Ukrainian Airborne Regiment in Kyiv many years ago when I was a colonel. Spent four days with them. Very, very proud, tough folks. At that time, they had just come out of Afghanistan, and they had fought side by side with their Russian brothers. And so now the Russians are fighting them, and they're finding this to be a terribly difficult and burdensome and costly war.
And as it drags on, he says the U.S. military and NATO allies stand ready.
How this is going to play out is unknown, obviously, to me. I'm not sure that the Russians even know.
While the war wages on, concerns now about Russia's disinformation and misinformation campaigns, efforts to grow and ban social media, including Instagram, closed down its independent news outlets, and they passed a new law this month threatening journalists with lengthy prison sentences. But Pillsbury says there's still a lot of very important information coming out of Ukraine on the ground right now that's continuing to flow out, and it's very critical. I'm Matt Croshaw, WAAY 31 News.
Matt, thanks. President Biden is heading to Europe this week as the U.S. and its allies seek to bolster Ukraine and punish the Kremlin for its invasion. The trip will include a visit to Poland, a NATO ally neighboring Ukraine.